YouTube Nation. I'm Sam here again from A Bear and a Bee Books, and today I have an unboxing. So I order books online. I go to independent bookstores, I go to big box stores, I go to thrift shops. I pretty much get books wherever I can. I would say it's a problem, except for the fact that books contain knowledge, and I don't think that's a problem. You know, you hear it a lot on BookTube. People are like, oh no, they're all. But anyway, I've actually, this year, I would say I've probably cut down the amount of books I've been purchasing by about 75%. So I'm doing well. I have a good substantial collection started, and I'm just adding things along the way that I hear about and I'm interested in, or like classics to fill gaps in my collection. I've bought many a book from Book Outlet. Number one, I'll go over the pros for me. Their prices are amazing. The selection is usually really good for a discount bookstore. Also, I find they have a lot of hardcover books, which I like. The negative side for me is sometimes, and I never order the scratch and dent because I'm very particular, but a lot of times I've seen over the years that I don't order a scratch and dent and I'll still get a book that has a rip in it or is dirty or is in some way damaged. And initially they were really good about that, and then the customer service got a little spotty there for a while. But I feel like they're on an upswing again. They've been doing a lot of nice things to update the website. They've been growing their selection, and the last time I called, I had a pretty good experience with customer service. So I feel like I'm giving them my business again and just gonna see how it goes. So let's get started with the unboxing. So my theme for this order was, of course, like spooky books, because I love fall and it's almost Halloween, and my anniversary falls in this month too, so fall is always a very special time for me. But I'm a total wuss, so they're not necessarily horror books, they're just things that kind of make me think more about eerie or spooky, or like a spooky setting or things like that. The first book I have is called The Leaving, and this is by Tara Altebrando, and this one I think is about a group of kids. There's, I believe, like 6 of them, and then when they come back there's only 5 of them, and it's the whole mystery about what happened to the missing child. But anyway, with books like this I don't like to know a lot of details, obviously, because it'll give it away, but I thought it was fitting for this time of year. Next, I have a book I've been meaning to pick up for a while. I was really excited about it, and then I got distracted, and I heard some kind of so-so things about the second one, but I really loved the first book in this series, so I wanted to give the second one a chance, and that is by Sophie Jordan, Rise of Fire. Now, I believe this is a duology. The first one is called Reign of Shadows. It has an interesting premise. It's kind of like a fairy tale retelling, but there's definitely a lot of twists in there. So I would say give this series a shot if you like fairy tale retellings with a twist, if you're interested in protagonists with disabilities, if you are interested in kind of thrilling situations. So I think this was based on, it's kind of like a Rapunzel / Beauty and the Beast retelling. But like I said, the first one I flew through. I mean, it's a really fast read, and the second one came out and I've been meaning to get my hands on it. The next one is kind of a similar situation. I read the first one last year. I really loved it. I know it got some people were either like it was hit or miss. Either they loved it or it really wasn't for them. For me, I really enjoyed it. And the second one is called Black Souls by Nicole Casterman. Like I said, Black Hearts was the first one, and I really enjoyed that. I believe it's referencing Blackbeard, and a lot of people were disappointed because it wasn't really a pirate story. It's more of an origin romance kind of story. But I love historical fiction, so I think if you like historical fiction and you enjoy origin stories, I would still give it a chance. The next one, I've heard a lot of really good things on BookTube about. I've never heard a lot about it outside of that, but every time I hear somebody talk about it on BookTube, they're raving about it. And that is Nevermore by Kelly Cray. Like I said, I don't know a lot about this one, but every time I hear somebody talk about it, they give it great reviews. Edgar Allan Poe stories come back to life. So I like anything that takes kind of a classic author and does a spin on it. So I'm excited to check this one out. Next I have Hotel Ruby by Suzanne Young. This is the same author that wrote the program and the treatment, and I heard really great things about those. I picked them up a while ago from Book Outlet, and I've been meaning to get to them, but this looked like it really fit for the time of year, so I thought I'd give it a chance. Next I have another anthology here, and this is by April Genevieve Tuholke, and that is Slasher Girls and Monster Boys. I've heard about this one for years and always meant to pick it up. I love a good short story collection, and that one really fits this time of year. Next, I finally picked up a copy of Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I love circus stories. When I was a kid, my grandfather used to take me to the circus a lot, and my family. There used to, many years ago, in the area where I was from, there was a circus that was in walking distance to my family's house, and I loved animals, so my grandfather would take me during the day while my family was at work to go ride the elephant. And so I have a lot of warm childhood memories about the circus. So not that this is a warm and fuzzy book, but anything that has to do with the circus is really appealing to me, and I saw it on Book Outlet and finally decided to give it a shot. Second to last is Between, and that's by Jessica Warman. And I think this is an older book out of all the ones I selected. Yeah, this one came out back in 2011, so it's a little bit of an older release, but I thought that based on the blurb on Book Outlet that it would be a really good fit for this time of year. And last but not least, I've been looking at this book since last year. Every year around this time, I go crazy watching BookTube videos and reading blog reviews about what are the great books to read this time of year for YA or Gothic books. It's typically the areas I like to read in: YA thriller, horror, or paranormal, or I like to read like Gothic classics. Those are the two areas that I like to focus on. But this one I found last year, and then I saw on Book Outlet, and I knew I had to grab it. It's called The Killer in Me, and that's by Margot Harrison. And this one looks really interesting. I believe, if I remember correctly from the blurb, it is about a young woman, and she's investigating what she believes to be a serial killer. The more she investigates, of course, things get twisted and turned, and she can't tell what's up or down anymore. And I think there's going to be a big plot twist in this one, so I'm excited to get to it, and I thought it would be perfect again for the Halloween season. So anyway, that is my Book Outlet spooky haul. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen here today. If you've liked my content, go ahead and please click subscribe down below. Also, if you're interested in any of these books, or if you've read them and think I should move one to the top of my TBR, please let me know. I'd love to hear. I always enjoy talking in the comments. So thanks again for being here with me today. I hope you've enjoyed your time. Farewell for now. Bye-bye.